Alright guys, little update to the video I did. Lacquer thinner in my gas tank, testing Scotty Kilmer's method to clean catalytic converters. I had a P0420 code in this 2003 Grand Prix. So I thought, you know, this is a perfect opportunity. And the code had been in there for a while. I had a misfire code. I diagnosed it and fixed the misfire. It's been a while. 420 code still remained, so I figured it was a good idea to go ahead and fix it. If you haven't watched that video, go check that video out. And if nothing else, for the comments, because it's something else. But it's been about 650 miles since I actually put the lacquer thinner in the car, in the gas tank. And in that video, I did the protocol as closely as I could to the way Scotty Kilmer gives it. At a half a tank of gas, I put lacquer thinner in the gas tank, 1 gallon. And I know half a tank of gas ain't scientific, you know, I get that. My tank in this car is way different than the Civic, and it's different than the Jeep, I know. But in this car, I did the protocol: half tank of gas, 1 gallon of lacquer thinner. I went and drove 150 miles on the highway. I literally did like 75 miles both ways on the highway, 70 miles an hour or more both, like the whole time. Drove all that gas out and then went and refilled. And what I did was I cleared the code at the time, and I told you guys in the video, I said I'm going to clear the code, and when it comes back, I'm going to let you know. I'll keep you updated for when it comes back on, or if it doesn't come back on for say 500 to 1,000 miles, you know, keep you updated, and that will be the video. So I went out and I door dashed, because that's how I test my cars. I mean, I do it anyway, so I drive the cars. It's stop and go driving and realistic driving. So I go out and I do that. I was door dashing, and it made it 64 miles. Check engine light came back on. So I concluded the video. You know, I concluded it, did a little, you know, the little editing or whatever, and posted it up. So that was Saturday. The video came out Sunday. I drove the car, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and that's my scan tool beeping because I got it hooked up. So I'm gonna show you guys something here in a second. All right, today is Wednesday. Today is now Wednesday. It's about 650 miles since I put the catalytic converter, or since I put the lacquer thinner in there. The check engine light stayed on Sunday, Monday, and some of Tuesday. Tuesday I went into the store, turned the car off, came back, turned it on, and the light was gone. It was out. And so guys, I'm just being realistic. I'm not saying this worked or didn't work. I'm just giving you the updates, the realistic updates. I'm not selling lacquer thinner, and I'm not selling catalytic converters. Okay, and I'm not, you know, shilling for Scotty Kilmer's channel or anything like that. I think it's an entertaining channel. Anyway, that's where I'm at. So I'm just going to show you. So the check engine light's on, car's running, check engine light, or sorry, it's off rather. Check engine light is off. I'm going to give you the mileage. That's 270,000 miles, 261. And then that 116, that's from my last fill up. All right. So 10 miles into that last fill up, that is when my check engine light went off on its own at that point. So I had reset it, it stayed on, or it came back on in 64 miles, but then it went another, what is that, 300-400 miles, and then it went off. So now it's off. And I'm going to show you guys on the scan tool what it looks like, right? So we're going to look at it real quick. So okay, so we're going to read the codes, and we're going to go to the pending codes. You're going to see there's nothing there. All right, so not only that, I'm not going to stop there. So we're going to go down here. This is for the let's go back out. All right, we're going to go here, and this is for the inspection, right? All right, you can see that the cat has run its cycle and completed. Check with a green check mark. Guys, to me, I'm gonna unplug this. Tired of the beeping. To me, correct me if I'm wrong, but this means that if that was your problem, if your only issue was the cat, the 402 or the 0420 code, would this not mean that that would have passed inspection? And I think that was, for the most part, the purpose of this procedure, for most people at least, to pass inspection. I don't have emissions, just full disclosure. Where I live, I don't have emissions testing. I don't have to worry about that. I technically don't have to do any of this. I'm kind of doing it for you guys. I'm doing it out of curiosity. I thought it would be a fun experiment to do, you know. I actually kind of didn't think it would work, you know, and that's why when I cleared the code and then it came back 64 miles later, I thought, okay, this is pretty, you know, whatever. It didn't work for my case. I'll close it out. I thought it was a pretty good experiment. I probably should have waited a little bit. Now, am I saying that this fixed the catalytic converter? It cleaned it out and it's good to go now? I'm not really saying that yet. What I am saying is, and what it looks like, what it appears to be, the only thing left was the evap on there. It hasn't run its cycle yet, but when it does, that would be a complete. In fact, I think most people can get your car inspected with one incomplete. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It's been a while since I've had emissions inspection. But as far as the cat, it passed. So, you know, now I'm conflicted, right? I've got to make this video. Well, not conflicted, but I got to make the video because I got to update you guys on it, because I finished that video saying that in this case it didn't work. Now, the definition of work, I understand we can debate about that, but I'm just giving you the updates. You know, I have to let you know what happened, right? And I actually think I'm probably going to end up doing at least one more update video on this, because, you know, nothing bugs me more than when you have somebody on YouTube, they have a fix or whatever, and they don't give you the update later on, right? And you're like, and you comment, and you're like, what happened to the car? And they're like, oh, they're either they don't comment back and they never made another video, or they're like, oh yeah, I sold the car and yeah, I never saw it again, or whatever after that, or whatever. I did what I had to do to sell the car and it's gone. Okay, if you had been trying to just pass inspection, I'm pretty sure it looks like this worked. Now, I'm not saying it was because of the lacquer thinner 100%. I can't guarantee that. The only thing I did to this car was the lacquer thinner. I mean, I was ready to do the next video, and I still am ready to do the next video. If the code comes back, I was gonna wash the catalytic converter with soap and water, because that was the next. We're testing Scotty Kilmer's methodologies for this, and I was gonna do that. I was gonna take and you know, remove the catalytic converter and wash it in soapy water and see what happens, right? And I was prepared to do that. I was thinking I was going to do that in the next couple days. You know, I was going to take it apart. But then this happened. You know, what are you going to do? It is what it is, guys. So it's funny. There was a lot of haters on that video, Scotty Kilmer haters on that video. If you haven't seen it, go just look at the comments. Just check out the comments. There was concerns, some of which I can agree with you, having to do with like the seals in the fuel system and all this. Is the lacquer thinner good for the seals, you know, or, you know, could it damage something? I understand that concern, and I'll go with you on that. And honestly, if I had to do it, if I was gonna do it, I would do it the way I did. You put the lacquer thinner in the tank and then go drive it. You drive all of that, it's diluted with gas, but you drive all that tank completely out that day. You can do it in 3 hours. If you're doing 150 miles, you can do it in less than 3 hours, because you're just gonna get on the highway and you're gonna go 70 miles an hour, you know, 150 miles. Theoretically, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's what Scotty Kilmer said to do. You know, that's what I did, because I was trying to stick to the protocol. I wanted to give it all the chances that it could to work, if it was gonna work, and also if it was gonna fail, I didn't wanna just say, hey, it didn't work, without giving it, you know, its proper due. So anyway, this is where we're at here at about 650 miles after putting the lacquer thinner in the tank. You know, no check engine light. It went off on its own, and you can see that it passed the cycle for the emissions testing, right? So it's done its testing, and it's got the little green check mark and everything. So that wouldn't cause you to fail an emissions test at this point. You know, what do I say? I'm not going to sit here and yell and say it's an absolute success, lacquer thinner works, absolutely, you should go out and do it. I'm not going to suggest it. I'm going to tell you the same thing I did at the end of the last video. I can't suggest it, that you do it, and I can't suggest that you not do it. You're going to have to take this, you know, and make your own decisions. What I will say is, as of right now, the check engine light has gone off after driving it a little bit after doing the procedure. Very quickly after doing the procedure, 650 miles-ish. Well, 550 miles for it to actually go off. I'm at about 650. I wanted to drive it a little bit. I almost did a video yesterday, but I wanted to drive it a little bit to make sure that this held. I wanted to make sure the cycles went through. Like, so if you were going to go get emissions tested or whatever, that this would indeed do what it's supposed to do. And that's, you know, technically, you could have gone and got this car inspected. So I want to hear your thoughts on it. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you want to hate on me for doing the test, or I didn't do it right or whatever, go back and look at the other video before you do that, though, because I believe I did it as close as you could to what Scotty Kilmer says. And if you want to, you know, leave in the comments whatever you think of this. You know, we'll go from here. Now, what I'm going to probably do is do another video, one more video. If the check engine light comes on anytime soon, I will immediately get on and I'll do a video and I'll post it. I'm going to put these two videos in the same playlist. They go together. So if the light comes on, I'll post another video. Let's say this: if the light stays out, I'm at 270,261 miles right now. If the light stays out between, say, 700 and 1,000 miles, I'll do another video, a follow-up video, and letting you know that that light never came back, at least for then. I'll do that driving pretty quickly, because I'll use this car for door dashing over the next few days, and you'd be surprised how little time it takes to get that mileage. But I'll do that. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's the update. Don't know what else to really say. I want to say, like, kind of the results maybe speak for themselves. I'm not here to advocate one way or another. This is what it is. You could see what happened. I wasn't expecting this. It would have been easier if that video, if it just, the check engine light had just stayed on, and I would have left the video what it is and no updates, not have to worry about all this stuff, right? It would have been easier that way, but that's not what happened. So I'm sharing with you what happened. So guys, if you got anything out of the video, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on this, on the Scotty Kilmer lacquer thinner method. I know there's concerns about the, you know, the safety to the seals and things like that in the fuel system. I can understand those. I kind of agree with those. I will say, if somebody did do this, you should drive all of it out pretty much immediately. That's what I'll say about that. But I'm not going to suggest one way or another. I'll do the other update videos, so I'll put these in a playlist. Eventually there should be at least 3 videos in the playlist on this, because if this light doesn't come back on, I'm not going to do the washing video. I don't get to test that. I kind of wanted, I was interested to see if, you know, washing it with soap and water, I feel like that would help. You see in the video that I was talking to, when I was driving, I was like, dude, this thing's driving great. And honestly, it does, and it still drives great. I've been punching it on the on-ramps and enjoying that. It's like smooth takeoff. So I don't know if that's placebo or not, or what, but you know, here we are. Just got to be real with you. That's the update. Stay posted, because there's probably going to be another update coming soon. Like I said, if the light comes on, I'll let you know. If it doesn't, I'll also let you know. And we'll move forward. We'll be doing other stuff on this car, so you know, it's not like my plan is not to drop off the face of the planet and you know, take this car to the junkyard and then just never tell you what happened afterwards, because I don't like when people do that. You know, you're gonna fix the car, follow up and let us know what happened, right? So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. That's the update. The video's gone too long. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.